Hi, howdy, welcome back. Can't tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be looking at a slightly more cost-affordable green eyeshadow I found at Walmart. However, if this is your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit like. If this is not your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit subscribe. Then like either or, whatever makes you feel comfortable. In case you're curious, I just got out of the shower. My hair is still wet. My skin is clean. Saved me like a week and a half to get this anywhere back to clear after our wonderful old Heinrichsen attempt. Anyway, I was, as you know, I work at Walmart. I was wandering through our HBA section and came across this Hard Candy Moods. It is Envy, the monochrome shadows. It is basically a cool toned green. As you guys know, I love green. If it's green, I'm gonna try it. Like, I have so many green palettes, and I think at some point that will probably be its own video, is green palettes. It's like if you can like a 1 to 10 scoring which ones I like better and which ones you like, just line it up based upon how much I enjoy them. But I came across this and I felt like it reminded me a lot of the e.l.f. one, just in terms of size and the 4-pan quality and the monochromatic part. This really excited me, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, ooh. I'm also gonna not lie, I haven't tried hard candy in like 10 years or something. I remember trying this brand when it very first got big years ago, and then it was kind of hit or miss, and I finally just stopped messing with it. Like, I wasn't big into makeup at the time. It was just, how do I put this? Sometimes those pictures above the makeup inspire you enough to think that if you buy the product, you can end up looking like it. It's a little bit flawed. I mean, I get where it comes from marketing wise, but yeah, I never looked like any of those, so whatever. Okay, now this literally did not come with any names on the colors at all. No names at all, which throws me a little bit because I'm used to them being named, so at least I can collect them later or get rid of them or give you an idea. Now, for information on the back, this is talc-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. But I'm going to point out we don't have a bunny on the back either. So we're going to swatch this and then we're going to try it out, right? What the hey? So before I get my fingers dirty, we're going to put on our primer. Too Faced's 24-hour shadow insurance. Yes, I know Too Faced has a new one out involving a wand. I have not bought that one yet. In fact, before they had brought it into stores in Ulta, like right before, I picked up the last couple tubes of the old version just to make sure I had what I liked on hand before and see what the reviews were on the new formula, because it is supposed to be a new formula as well. And I'm like, oh, okay, new formula. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not that I hate change. I just hate when I like something a lot that really is like a, how do I put this? It's really a hard performer, heavy lifter, the one that gets the job done every time. Suddenly it's gone and reformulated for something that's garbage, in which case, when that happens, no, I'm not usually willing to give the brand a second try or let you fix it. I'm gonna go find another brand, another company. And I actually use, I have multiple, like some people collect mascaras and eyeliners. Like, I'm on the search for the best brand or like the best quality for myself, but when it comes to primers, I have a ton, like a ton. Sorry, hold on. I have an eyelash stuck and it's driving me nuts. Ah, there we go. There we go. Let's get a little bit more of that up there. Now, I am actually filming multiple videos today. That's just kind of the way I've been jamming on it since I'm on my bonding time. Spend one day filming like 4 or 5, 6 videos. The next 4 or 5 days cleaning and bonding with the kids. We have our primer on. Just let that set for a second. We're going to swatch all 4 of these. So, the most it has for a shade name is the letter. So, E. You know what, let's adjust the lighting just a touch and see what that does for us. That might be a little bit better actually. N V Y. Now the E for envy comes out looking white almost. It actually does seem to have a green tinge to it. It's almost trying to, it's not what I would call super pigmented either. Like I was generous with fingering the pan too. You know what, let's just take a second swipe on there. See if maybe I didn't apply enough. I feel like I need to do a series on would I buy this again. I was watching another YouTuber and thought, godly gee, you know what? That sounds a lot like my second impressions videos. But I kind of like the way she had it set up better. There we go. Yeah, not super pigmented. So if you're looking for bold and dramatic, this is not for you. Sounded a lot like my second impressions videos. So I was actually kind of like the way she formatted it a little bit better, where she would just have somebody else, like she had her husband pick it, and another one I saw had like their daughter pick it. I'm just gonna have a friend of mine pick it, pick like 5 eyeshadow palettes, and then just, would I buy it again? You know, not even taking into account money. Well, maybe money should be in an affecting account, right? Not even taking in everything, but like just performance and did I enjoy it? So we're gonna start off in N, the minty green. I'm just gonna try it out. What the heck, right? Okay, I'm gonna be upfront. I'm used to my makeup being a lot more pigmented. But you guys know I use a lot of different brands. So we're gonna double dip into there and see what we can get. I do like the fact that this is not automatically an overwhelming shade right out the gate though. Like, sometimes that can be just as frustrating as not getting enough color. It's getting too much color. So it builds, okay, so we're building, not a problem. Also currently thinking about upgrading my camera system. There's one I have online that I have my eye on that I really want to get. I can get it through Walmart, but for reasons I can't figure out, my associate discount card has been shut off. So I'm actually in the middle of dealing with customer services about that, like my associate benefits channel, to get that fixed. Yes, if you work at Walmart, you get a small discount on products. It's not food. The only thing in food you get a discount on is, with me, produce. Because we want to encourage you to eat healthier. Make it a little bit more affordable. I appreciate that. As a diabetic, however, come on. A lot of the things I have to eat are not always going to be within a cheaper range. And it can get very, very frustrating. Okay, we've got our green on. Dip into Y, the darkest color. As in, why did we not? I feel like there was a lot of improvement that could be made on this, but at the same time, hard candy's not what I would call top tier big brand, but it had something that interested me, which is like 99%. Oh, wow. Okay, on video, that is looking a lot more intense, like the dark shade, than it is on my face. Okay, I like where this is going with that. Okay, guys, do you guys ever try hard candy? Wow, like what I'm seeing in person and what I'm seeing on camera are two very different shades. Like this is actually, Let's try another light. Make sure I'm not having a little bit of a freak out moment. Okay. Okay, I respect this. Like, that's a lot more than I was anticipating. I'm gonna roll with it though. Let's see where it takes us. Let's see where this takes us. Let's blend a little bit because I feel like this dark color did not blend out as much as I had hoped it would. So we're gonna blend a little. It is blending, just not easily. It's very chalky on the lid. I like the actual shades itself though. I don't know how I feel about this. You know what? Let's just throw in our green, the letter V. How is that? Okay, that seems like a little bit better lighting. There we go. I've never really had to double dip into my glittery one quite like that. Okay. Let's get some buffing going on the edges. Let's see if we can soften up that edge. Ooh, shit, sorry. Sorry. You know what? Let's get the buffer and lighten up this dark corner a little bit with the lighter green. With the lighter green. So we have one color left we haven't used, the letter E, the whitish color. Let's try it in the corner or on the brow bone and see where it gets us. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little hesitant about going back to work. I have been enjoying not waking up at the butt crack of dawn. It's 3 a.m. in case any of you are curious. The butt crack of dawn is 3 a.m. at Walmart. I've been enjoying not doing that. Same time, I definitely need adults. Okay. Okay, so that's one version that could go. You know what, for grins and giggles, let's try the other side. I'm gonna try the letter N, the bright green, all over the lid on there. And we're gonna get a little bit darker with the other one. I'm telling you, I'm fairly certain it is the eyeshadow that is so chalky. I don't even have to tap. There's not a lot of fallout that I'm seeing. No, not a lot of fallout I'm seeing. So, how's everybody else's days going? Well, I am out on my bonding time. We have been looking into places of religious worship. As you guys know, my husband tried to drop dead last year. Between that and having 2 little kids and all of that, he has decided that we need to get more into faith with the kids, and I think a little bit for himself. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Like, I think this whole trying to drop dead thing honestly made him pause in a lot of ways. Which, I get it. You're not old. Suddenly your heart decides to just peace out, man, I'm done. No, that can be terrifying. And I understand that. I'm just trying to make room in my head for what may end up being a very awkward search on our parts. And I understand he really needs to find something, a way of dealing, a way of spiritually. Just, I don't know, I'm hesitant. I'm not against faith, I'm not against religion. It's just we come from 2 very, very different backgrounds, and I find myself very worried about that. Like, very worried about that. Like, my husband's side is Southern Baptist, my mom is a Mormon, and my dad is a Catholic. When I was in college, I started the process of converting to Judaism. All over the field there. Yeah! So we're trying to find middle ground that we can agree on for the kids, for the boys, to get them around other kids, to get them started on thinking religiously, I guess. And I'm trying to be supportive. I don't know if I'm being successful at this. Like, I'm trying. I swear to God, I'm trying. Okay, this is like my 4th time having to dip into this, 3rd or 4th time, just to dip into this dark color. Okay, if you can't tell, I am putting the dark color all over my lid, and then the light green is covering everything else. Because the other one, I just had it as smoke in the corner. And this is not getting as dark as I would have anticipated. Like, it looks a ton darker on camera than it does in person. Ooh, we got some fallout going. Honestly, a little surprised by that. I haven't had a lot of fallout from this. Okay. Well, you know, just for grins and giggles, we see the sparkling green over there. I guess we can try... We'll try V again. Okay, weirdly, I'm driving on this side a lot more than this side. Like, this is a lot more dramatic than I would usually wear makeup to work. But I am actually kind of living for that side a little bit more. Now, let's pull off our fallout. We have a white cloth. Side 1. Okay. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Edging the eyes a little more difficult, but let's face it, I'm not usually putting my fingers in there, so. Okay, and side 2. Definitely had more. So the darker color is a lot more fallout prone. Actually, I like how this is looking. And I guess if I wanted to, we can put the really pale Envy, the little one in the corner, and see where it takes us. There you go. See, yeah, it's white, but it definitely has a green reflect. Like, it definitely is giving off a cool green. And there we go. Okay, guys, what do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, anyone watching? Okay, what do you think? I think my final thoughts on this is it's not very pigmented. Like, I definitely had to dip in multiple times, but I didn't have nearly as much of a fallout as I thought I would. Now, I like the colors, and this is definitely a lot more dramatic on camera than it seems in person. Weirdly, I could see wearing this regularly. I mean, it's going to be a little bit more work than some of my other green palettes, but it didn't fall apart. I didn't hit hard pan real fast or at all so far, so that's pretty good. I've had one or two pans where I've done that before. Like, it's my first time working with them, and bam, hard pan, and you're like, So, for the price point, it's not terrible. I would call it pretty equal to the e.l.f. I think the e.l.f. is a little bit of a smoother formula. Like, I had rebought this at the same time because I had thrown away my last one. I had decluttered it because it kept breaking. It was breaking everywhere. There was green every effing place. You couldn't even use these two without getting this one or this one, and they were just shattered. They were not lasting. I don't even know why they broke or how they broke, but I remembered enjoying the color story but hating the way it applied. And I think I bought this because I was hoping to try it again. It's not expensive. It's like $4. What the hell, right? Try it again. See what I thought, because I think the last one I got might have been a dud, and I found it at the same time I found this, which I feel like these are sister versions of each other. Warm version, cool version. If you could find this color story and maybe this formula, I think you'd be set. On the other hand, I'm seeing why I haven't used Hard Rock in ages. Like I said, not very pigmented, but it does build up. You can build up, but not very pigmented. You don't have a lot of fallout, though. It does wipe off easily enough. Sometimes with greens, that can be a question. Now, it can take it to the dramatic place, or you can do light and friendly, as you can see. So, I guess it's up to you. Because it's not going to break your bank. This is like $4, I think. I want to say this is a lot like e.l.f. This is like $4 or $5. It's not super expensive. And actually, I'm probably going to play with this one a couple more. This reminds me of Revolution's... Hold on, I have it in here. This reminds me of Revolution's Makeup Revolution. They're chilled with cannabis sativa. This reminds me of that palette. Like, you could probably make the argument of Candyland to this one. Like these two. And then that one. And then... You really don't have a shade that can compete with the N in this palette. The closest you're going to get is Leaf. And as you can tell, this one has a little bit more of a bluer coloring to it, and this is more minty. But like, yeah, you could totally do Envy with Candyland and Y with Plant, but you have nothing that would substitute. So honestly, go with this one. Yeah, more color options. Kind of like the color story a little bit better. I mean, if you're in a rush and you're just like, oh my god, I need green, or you never make it out to Ulta, but you do Target. Target has this. I kind of would say this one instead, actually. Yeah. In fact, while I'm sitting here jamming out, let's see how I feel about boom, 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 boom. Ooh, yeah, yep. Definitely this one instead of this. I mean, if you have no other options and you want green, this is a good one to go with. It's not terrible. It's okay for the price point. If you're still looking at the same general price point for number of pants, you got a little bit more money to spend, go with this one. It's like 3 times the price, I believe. I think it's like 15. But I think you're getting a little bit better quality, a little bit more pigmentation. So if you're down for the greens, go with this one as opposed to this. Okay guys, have you tried it? What do you think? Am I the only one who came up with that conclusion that they look similar enough? Also, may start tattooing this arm soon. Bam. We'll find out. Okay guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if that was in any way helpful or if there's any kind of comparisons. I'm thinking of doing a video comparing these two, but honestly, I don't know if I really need to. You guys seen the elf video, you've seen this video. So I think you have an idea. Okay guys, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna say have a nice day, be safe, have a good one.